What's up, guys? Back with trade recap, final one of the week. Ended the week off very strong with a good win. You'll see soon. So here I'm just getting into like what I normally do, my overall bias. Here I marked out a 4-hour gap. We're at all-time highs, and I want to see a retracement. My bias today was actually bearish. So there's that bottom line there on the left side on NQ is that entry to 4-hour gap. That's what I want to see get hit before we continue going up. So here, yeah, we respected a 1-hour gap. We had both session lows unswept, and I was like, hey, this looks like a pretty good opportunity to short. Normally in these market conditions, I'm not really willing to short because at all-time highs, you just want to keep trading higher until you have a reason not to. And today the opportunity presented itself, and I was like, shorts look better. And it's a bit crazy because right before market open, we actually swept out Asia high, that high all the way up there on NQ, not on ES, which created an SMT, which was a pretty strong confluence for me on my trade today. So we'll get into my trade real soon. This was a pretty fast and simple. Today was one of like the easier days of like me really knowing where I want price to go, and I have a good feeling of where it's gonna go. Price action wasn't the best. You'll see like in my trade there were just random moments of like big candles. Like we had a 10 a.m. news orange folder that was a bit scary. So here I'm getting in my trade. You see that big wick up there on the left. That was the SMT, and here I limit ordered this gap because in my opinion I had all the backing. It was an equilibrium, wasn't everything, it should hold, and it ended up holding, but price was a bit slower today. I guess that orange fold, I don't mind trading before orange folders because sometimes it's just nothing, but today actually had an impact. So that was a bit scary, but luckily we're all right. So here quick, it was a 2R, that's what I was aiming for. And see here, I don't really limit order all the time, but today seemed like a good time to limit order, as it made sense for this imbalance to hold. There was no real reason for us to keep going up unless, of course, there was some random news event, and at that point that's out of my control, so you just have to toss it up to the game at that point. But here we are. We inversed it, but then we got moves out of it. But the price action today was a bit slow. Like, I think right around here we also get like a big, like, down candle, which I'm not sure what it came from. Like right here, look, like this is not even used. This is just like a candle. So it went from like, if you see right before I got filled, like we were just chopping around for a bit, not going anywhere. Then we got to move up to fill me, and then a big move down, which I don't even know what that came from. And just to be honest, I saw a lot of people either get stopped out break even today, or even stopped out because of like these random spikes in volatility. So like I say, I think I got a bit lucky today, if I'm being honest. My execution was good, everything was good, but it may have been even a day where maybe shouldn't even have traded, looking back. But it is what it is. That's the past, and I did trade, so it's okay. And I didn't move my stops right away because I noticed, like, I just find moving stops right away to like break even or trying to like limit your risk. Like if you can't accept the original risk you're putting on, in my opinion, you're just risking too much. Like I was risking about 350 today, and I was cool to lose all that 350, Like I was in no rush to I was in zero rush to like wanna move my stop loss. Like if I got stopped out, I got stopped out. That's just part of it, you know? And I noticed I used to move my stops and I used to get either break even and then go hit my take profit. So I stopped doing all that. And here, yeah, this is the 10 a.m. This was scary. Like, I was like, damn, orange shoulder normally has like zero effect on the markets, and all of a sudden here we're like, if I had moved my stops to break even, it would have been over. But I was confident throughout. Like we kind of made relative equal lows right there at those 2 wicks, and we had both session lows and that imbalance. So I was feeling pretty confident throughout. I was never really worried about actually ever missing out on the trade, or not missing out, that's the wrong word, but more like that the trade wouldn't be in my direction. And here after this, I was like, okay, we put in a wick. We have 3 highs protecting. I put mine above the third high. If price wants to go above there, chances are we're going to continue up, and my idea was wrong anyway, but we're good. Here we go. Moves down, and then of course it gets like right close to my TP, and then it starts like dancing around again, which was it was annoying in the moment, but like I said, my idea was right. I knew it. I don't even want to sound like cocky, like, oh yeah, I knew what price was gonna do, but it's just I've been in the markets for a long time now, so I understand. Like if we're gonna come down here right close to like a high time frame imbalance and not hit it, while the ES, which was like the lagger quote unquote in this one, even though it was the leader off the SMT, but it was still slower moving down. Hadn't taken out any draws. I knew we were gonna like right over here. I knew we were just gonna keep dropping, so I was never worried, which is good because that shows my progression in the past. Like when this would happen, I would get like nervous. Oh my god, my position is gonna reverse. I'm gonna get stopped out. Oh my god. But I just stayed calm today, so it shows that I'm improving, which I'm happy about. And yeah, of course, in the moment it's a bit annoying, but what are you gonna do about it, you know? Like I was at this point, technically it was a zero risk trade. If I got stopped out here, I lost nothing, so it doesn't really matter. Of course, it sting a bit because I was super close to the take profit, but I don't have to worry about that as it did hit, so I'm happy about that. And then right around here is where I get filled. Quick 700 on the day, a backup on the funded after a rough start to the week. So very happy about that. I bounced back off a bad start to the week. We're back in the flow of things. I'm trading normally again, and we're just gonna keep getting better from here. And subscribe and like the video if you want to just follow me on my journey. I've been really more active on TikTok than on YouTube, but here we go. And that's the trade. So I'll see you guys next week.